So does your organization appreciate the fact that IT infrastructure could be a revenue enabler? Because like you talked about, it's a cost center. I want to shave it down as much as possible. But in some ways, if you enable new capabilities, new features, some of the business needs that they haven't even thought about, maybe some innovation center is thinking about location-based services or other things that are enabled by IT. And I was wondering if your organizations have a deep understanding of that?
That IT and technology is the way we make money. But even on our internal infrastructure, yeah, there's still ways that we can drive innovation and help lower costs as well. Mostly through virtualization and other techniques. We've now finally gotten to a point where we have a generic x86 server that can perform a lot of the network functions that used, even 3 or 4 years ago required dedicated hardware. So now, I'm starting to, just by virtualizing our network or virtualizing parts of our infrastructure, I'm no longer having to pay capital costs for big firewalls that may or may not be necessary or big physical servers just to run one application. So there's even in my organization, from our internal IT, we're finding ways to use new technologies to help drive the bottom line.
Yeah, I mean, we're a startup, quite small on staff, we're very lean. We try and keep our physical infrastructure to the very, very bare minimum. We run everything cloud-based infrastructure as a service. So in our office we have a firewall, a switch, a access point, and a domain controller. Everything else is running in the cloud, where I have dozens of services and where I onboard all my customers to deliver services and things like that. But it's, as a very small technical team, using infrastructure as a service, I lift my responsibility above the hardware level. I don't have to worry about networking. I rely on my provider. I want a new VLAN, I call them up and say I need this VLAN in this virtual data center, and it's done.
So you can focus more important things,
I focus on service provision and service delivery and worry less about the infrastructure.